Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, everyone, everywhere, depending on where and when you are joining Africa Online TV. Well, it is a beautiful spring day, sunny day, warm day outside my door. What's it looking like outside yours? Well, we are already, can you believe it, in the middle of April.
Mm.
It's time is just flying by. And for those of you who have not gotten your taxes and you think you might owe, you better hustle because in 3 days it will be the deadline. And because it's tax time, we are going to be talking about financial literacy, not just about your taxes, maybe about some things that are tax worthy, but we're going to be talking about financial literacy, how you can save, how you can retire, how you can invest. We've got an expert with us today, and we are so grateful for having Comfort Sema with us today. She is an expert in finances, and we are going to hear from her a little later on. So get your questions ready if you have any. In the meantime, we're going to turn it over to my co-host, Professor Nia Sung, to give us the editorial of the day. How are you, my brother, and what's it looking like in your neck of the woods?
April greetings to you, and please let that whatever that is bothering go away because we don't need it. Thank you very much, and welcome to the show. April 12th, 2026, my neighborhood, 75 degrees at the moment, and warming up. And April is the month of spring. Yes, it brings spring our way. That said, April 12th, 2026 is the 102nd day of the year 2026. Yes, we're 102 days old in 2026. That leaves us with 263 days until the end of the year 2026. It is the 16th week of the year according to United States Standard Week numbering, and it is also the 24th day of spring. With Ambassador Lisa, we have 70 days before we get to summer. So 70 days to go, and we will be in summer. But we are not yet there. Rather, today is, take note, many of us here, today is National Only Child Day. National Only Child Day. Yes, it is the day we give all the glory and thanks to He who made us and He who made everyone. And we give thanks and congratulations to the children that we have, single or many. It doesn't matter. Are you in that? Well, of course, celebrate. If you want to celebrate that only child, please do so because this day is devoted to them, the only child. That said, April in general is not only, as you heard Ambassador Lisa say, tax month, it is also financial literacy month. Yes, it calls on all of us to seek to understand the origin of levying taxes, as well as understanding how the money we make from work or from business and how we use it, how we make it, how we use it, and do we use it just for anything? No, we have to learn how to use it. That is what we're talking about when we say financial literacy. And making money, using money is not just for acquiring goods and services. We need to understand how the money we make can be used to make more money. That effort can be said to be acquiring literacy. Yes, it is acquiring literacy. You go to school not just to learn how to count one, two, three, but also to use things that are around you. Are you therefore financially literate? Whether your answer is yes or no, whatever it is, you need a better understanding of how the money you make is being used. Are you using it right? That said, Africa Online Media Corporation is having a very special guest, as it does most months of April, because it is Financial Literacy Month. We may have it once or twice or thrice in the month. It doesn't matter. We just need to make sure that we have an expert who comes along to shed light, raise awareness, and help us all better understand what financial literacy is all about. That being said, we turn to the Chair of Africa Online Media Corporation, Her Highness Reverend Dr. Pam Fomino, now to take over. We ask her now to take the microphone and welcome our guest and welcome all of us to today's show.
Well, Nia Song, I know she's wearing dreadlocks, but she's not a guest. She's a pioneer member of Africa Online, popularly known as Daughter of Zion. So she even threw me off with her. When she came out, I didn't realize that was her. That's what hair does to women. But on behalf of Africa Online Media Corporation, I want to welcome all our viewers, those who are watching live, we're streaming live on YouTube. And we're going to upload it on Facebook. And Nia Song, thank you for your faithfulness. We've been doing this for 10 years now. The live stream link is on the chat, so you guys can share it. Ambassador Lisa, I am so glad your nose decides to behave itself, because we need you. With your glow and your sweet spirit and your wit on the show. And Ms. Sema, welcome back. You have been missing for a long time, but we are glad you are coming back now as an expert financial literacy. When we started this program, you and I were both financially illiterate.
Indeed.
So now is a good thing. You know, that's one of the impacts that the show has had. So yeah, we'll give you the mic in a minute to introduce yourself to our viewers and those who are. Ambassador Lisa, I don't think you met her.
No.
Okay, you
no,
see
I haven't met her.
Okay, she's a pioneer member of Africa Online. You see how long you have been gone? Ambassador Lisa has been here forever. She's never met you. So take a minute and introduce yourself. And thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for all what you do here. Again, my name is Comfort Sema. I'm right here in Maryland, a nurse by profession, and I do financial literacy part-time. Wonderful. 2016 on this African Online, we had a guest. This guest, it was April, like we are today, and he logged in here and taught us about finances. I was so interested. That is how I followed him. He's now my mentor, and I followed him till today. So I found out that this information is very critical and important, and we all have to learn about this information. I follow up today. I'm coming back to give back to African Online, because it is African Online that introduced me to this information. And he has done so much in the community. And this is my payback time to come back and educate other people about this very important information. Yes, this is Financial Literacy Month. It is time for us to take time, because we work hard and earn our money. It's time for us to take time and see how this money can in turn work for us. So I'll be back again. That is who I am, a product of African Online. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, okay, Chair, go ahead. Go ahead. I think
no, Nia Song, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes. When they say financial literacy, somebody is asking you, but you mean I'm not literate? What do you mean financial literacy? So, Ms. Sema, what is financial literacy? Let's go to the basics before we get going.
Okay, before we get going. Financial literacy is the ability to understand and efficiently apply the financial skills, which is savings, budgeting, investing, and debt payment, to paying off your debt. That is simple about it.
Over to the chair of the organization.
Okay, well, for those who are joining us for the first time, this program is unscripted. So if you need to speak or ask a question, you can unmute yourself and do so, and the anchors can equally ask you questions. They won't only be asking our special speaker for today. Yes. But I want to go to Ambassador Lisa, our co-host.
Yes. I want to say something. I have a little presentation to show us how we can do, and then at the end we can ask questions. I thought that was just to introduce me, then I can
all
get
right.
in. Yes.
Okay, so Ambassador Lisa, you want to say something before
No,
we
no,
have?
I'm fine with that. She can share her presentation, and then as people
Okay.
see the presentation, then they can have questions.
Yes.
So, because
Okay,
a lot of times, a lot of times the questions that we have, the answers are
in the
in the
presentation.
conversation and the presentation if we would just let them have their little time. So
Awesome.
let's hear the presentation and we'll be
Yes.
ready with some questions.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
You are a co-host, so you should be able to share anything you want to share. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm going to share. We're going to start. I'm sharing my screen. Give me some time here to open my slide. Can you see my screen?
We see
Yeah,
WSB on the screen.
Yes, so that is wonderful. So we'll start by I'm going to share a video of what we do. It will just be for a few minutes, and then after that, I will dive into the presentation. Thank you.
All right.
This is so encouraging. Does the video have an audio?
Yes, it's an audio, a short video.
No, you need to share your sound.
Yeah, we're not getting the sound.
Oh my God, sorry.
If you go to more, if you go to more, it will give you an option to share your sound. But if you want to send the video to me, I can share it. Just click more, and it will give you an option to at the bottom of your screen. It will give you an option to share sound.
Let me see. I think. Can you hear now?
Not the sound. We're not getting the sound.
You have to share your sound. Does the video have is it like a YouTube video?
No, it's not a YouTube video.
Are you able to send it to my WhatsApp for me
No,
to share?
it's attached with the presentation. Maybe,
okay.
Yes, maybe.
You have to share your screen on your Zoom. You have to click more, and then go
let me see.
When you click more, it will give you an option to share sound.
Let me stop sharing and then do that again. I think it might help.
Or you can just do the presentation, without the video.
Okay.
The video, unless you share.
No, I can do the presentation without the video, so
okay.
Maybe that's what I should do. Okay, I will skip the video and we'll just go into the presentation. Okay. So, yes, let me share the from the beginning, but I will just go close. Okay. Welcome once more to AfricaOnline, where we learn a lot. This month is World Financial Literacy Month, and we are here today to learn about finances. Please get your paper and pen and write down your questions so that you can ask it at the end of this. Thank you. World Financial Group Inc. is a fastest growing organization with world-class support and a diverse business platform in the financial industry. World System Builder is the driving force within World Financial Group, who has an incredible track record of helping people build a strong financial future through financial education and a doable system. So let us dive into it. We are in a national financial literacy campaign. We want to build 30 million families in finances. And we are here today. Today is National Financial Literacy Month, Awareness Month. And it's just a good thing for us to dive into this. Yes, we are building a new industry, different from the traditional financial industry. How different? Because if you look very well, we have financial institutions, we go to them, but they don't educate us. You know, we are coming here with the ability to teach, to educate our families and friends. We go to the family, we go to friends, we go to different places. We want to teach personal finances. Yes, it's all about personal finances. That is why we are building a new industry that we will go to people and teach them about finances. I'm just like one of it. I was here and they teach me about finances. And today I am able to teach other people. That is what we want to do. That's the new industry we are building. The challenges. Why are we here? Why are we teaching financial literacy today? You know, I went to school and start working. As I said, I'm a nurse, and I never knew how to manage my own finances. Nobody taught me. So I was diving when I make my money and spending anyway in buying things that I don't need. But today, I know better what to do with my own money. So I'm going to read an excerpt from this Finance 101, Saving Your Future. Inside here, you have the basic principles of building a financial foundation, whereby everyone can learn. It's very simple and basic for everyone. I'm going to read these excerpts for us to see statistics that is going on. According to surveys conducted by research firms and government agencies in Canada and America, North Americans are facing serious financial challenges. In Canada, 54% of Canadians are living paycheck to paycheck. 35% say it's challenging to feed themselves and their family. 64% are not on track to save enough for retirement. What about US? It's even worse. 64% of Americans are also living paycheck to paycheck. The average American household credit card balance is about $10,000. That's a lot. Nearly half of Americans between the ages of 55 and 66 have no retirement. Most of us do not want to become a statistics, right? These problems are around us. They happen to our own family and our families and our friends' families. It is ironic that we live in one of the wealthiest countries in the world, but we always have money problems. We work hard all our lives, but retire poor. We do so much to raise our kids just to see them finish college with a lot of debt. And debt becomes a way of life. We don't have much and we do not know much. Nobody teaches us how to manage our money in school. Financial issues are not often discussed and financial products not always explained. Most people have trouble balancing their own checkbook and reading a financial statement. We use credit cards every day and don't always understand all the hidden charges. We buy insurance policies and stick them in a file cabinet. We contribute to our 401k or our RRSP and hope someone will take care of it for us. But we all want to have a comfortable retirement, but we don't have a plan. Yes, we don't have a plan. So let us see what wealth gaps are widening. Wealth by wealth percentile group from 1989 to 2024. Okay, if you look at my cursor at the bottom of this graph, from 1995 up through 2024. If you look at that purple at the bottom, that is the small portion This small portion is the worth of 50% of the population. Can you imagine? When you come up to the yellow, this is the worth of 90% of the population. Look at this light green, it's just 10%.
Malcolm, let me interrupt you. Are you sharing something? Because we are not seeing the purple and the graph.
Hey, you guys are not seeing me? Oh my God.
No, share. We see you.
We're seeing you, but not the
You need
presenter.
to share your screen.
Oh my God.
She's reading her presentation.
No, but I have a.
She's trying to share the
I'm
rest
sharing
of the
everything.
Oh, no, we're not seeing the share part then.
Oh my
We're just
goodness.
listening to you.
So while we are she's sharing it, I just saw a miracle on the screen. And Malcolm,
Right?
I am sure
Yes.
this is who you were talking about. But Celeste, you are welcome. Since you have abandoned us for years, why are you muting yourself? Say hello.
Hello. I'm not. I came in muted. How's everyone doing?
What's happened to
Great.
this?
I am excited to see you. We have not seen you in ages. And now we are. Hello?
Yes, I'm trying to get to.
No, yeah, I'm talking to Brother Celeste while you are trying to share the screen.
Okay, I'm trying to get.
So, Brother Celeste, are you going to be speaking too?
Yes. If you want me to.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's your mentee, right?
Sure. No, I'm Comfort Sema told me, and we're certainly going to be for the Q&A and stuff like that as the questions come up. Sure.
I have made you co-host so you can share anything you want to share if you have any of the stuff that, or even the video that she was trying to share.
Yeah.
So, Malcolm, if you send the presentation, I can share
don't know why this thing is not.
Can you send it to me?
Share your screen, Sister Comfort. Share your screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Let me. Okay.
Right, so do you have the same screen, the same document she's trying to share?
Yeah. I thought I started by sharing my screen. Let me cut it off and share it again.
Stop the other one and then start. Yeah. Start
Okay.
To share. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Can you see the screen?
It's coming up, yes.
Oh my God.
Okay, it's coming up. The PowerPoint is coming up.
Can you see it now?
It's coming up. We see WSB.
Okay, okay, let me just go to where.
Okay, it's a building, the challenges, introduction.
Okay, this is where I was. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Yes, we can see that. We can see that now.
Where gaps are widening.
Yes, this is where you were.
Okay, this is where I was. I was saying that world gaps are widening, and world by what percentile group, 1989 to 2024. If you look at the graph here at the bottom, from 1995 to 2024, you see that purple at the bottom that you can slightly see. That is a small portion. This small portion is the worth of 50% of the population, our population. And when you see now, from purple to the yellow, this is 90% of the wealth of our population. When you go up to the light green, this is just 9%. This light green is 9%. This is 9% of our population having this amount of wealth. Then the last one is 1% of our population with this amount of wealth. So what is going on? If you look at these statistics, you see that the rich continue to grow rich and the poor become even poorer. That is why this very small portion is 50% and make up our population. And why is it that? Why can't we be better? Well, can you be part of this group? Yes. We live in one of the wealthiest countries, United States of America. If you look here, according to UBS Wealth Management, there are a growing number of millionaires. Look at this in United States of America. The number of millionaires is 23.8 million counting. And if you look at the projected millionaires in 2028, 25 million counting. And the projected growth is 7%. Look at China coming as second. Look at where they are. Look at France. So we are right up here and we live in America. So why is it that we cannot be part of this millionaire? Well, there is good news for us because we can be, but we have to go through a process learning. How did we get here? There is something that we don't do most of the time. It's not our fault. We are not taught. We were not taught. You remember I said we go to school, we start earning money, and nobody taught us how to spend our money, right? Look at this. We don't budget. Nobody taught us how to budget. When you earn your money, you put it in banks, and then you just start removing that money and spending that money. We don't create financial goals. We don't. You know, we go to adverts and social media to learn about finances there. But there are experts who can actually teach us about this. But it is our fault if we don't change. We can build up our financial future with knowledge, planning, and consistent practices over a long period of time. And that is why we are here. That is why in WSB, we have a goal to educate 30 million people by the year 2030, 30 million families. You are not totally free until you are financially free, right? Let us see. Change is possible. Why? Because there is education, change is possible. I learned from AfricaOnline, and today I know better. Since 2016 to today, I have made advances in my finances and my children and the community around me as well. And
Awesome.
that is why we all can do it. In WSB, we believe in financial education because this can change everything about our finances. We need to learn how to manage our own money, hard-earned money. Understand how money works. There is a way that money works. Make your money work for you. If you earn money, don't just leave that money. Make sure that money works for you. It is possible. When you put your money in the bank, you know what they do? They take your money, put it in the market. They make money, and they'll give you maybe 1%, and they'll ask you to pay tax on it. Yes, that's what is going on. Your future is not in the hands of your employer, your union, or your government. It is neither in the hands of your bank nor your broker, right? When you work, they pay you. Make sure you manage your money right. We are here to help you go through this. The future is in your own hands. Your money is your future and it's in your hand. You have to take time to manage it. We have to build a strong financial foundation. You cannot build well until you build a financial foundation. What is financial foundation? Let us look at this. This is what we call a financial foundation. And this financial foundation, you have to build it like a house. You must build it from the ground. You must start with proper protection. And why proper protection? Why should we do proper protection? Let us find out. What does this mean? We have to learn to protect our income, our health, and our assets. That is our foundation. Because if we don't do that, in case we have disability, in case we are laid off, what happens? Our money will be eaten up. Now, as you build a proper protection, what do? You make sure you learn how to manage your debt and become debt-free. Because with debt, the interest can eat a large chunk of your money. While you paying your debt, you can build much in your savings. We have a workshop that we do debt roll up. And in this workshop, it is very practical the way they teach. You see, in our workshop about managing debt, find out how just $100 can dramatically save time and reduce your debt. Look at the chart right here. If you look at your left side or my left side, these are creditors. from largest to the smallest. You see mortgage, you see bank loans, you see auto loan, you see MasterCard, you see home improvement, you see credit card. And next to it are the balances. And the balances sum up to $399,750. Then the next one is the interest rate. And then here, the next is the minimum monthly payment, which is sums up to $2,782 per month. But think about it. Would an extra $100 added to this monthly payment, it can change your life. Sometimes when we tell people, add $100 to your bill so that they say they don't have money. We have a workshop where you can learn how to get some money out of our expenditures, different places. For example, let us say you when you go to work, you buy lunch. What if you start preparing lunch from home? You buy food and prepare your own lunch. You're going to save a lot. If you're smoking cigarette, a pack. If you start smoking half, you will see that you will save some money, right? Some of us, the women, we buy things and stock in our refrigerator. And we go to the market, we just emotionally buy, shop things. But if we go there and use what we have, we can have some money to put away for this $100. So let us talk about this $100. When you get this $100, you add it with your monthly payment. Now you have $2,882 per month. And now you take this 100, you see the minimum for your credit card. We want you to start from this small so that when you clear it off, you are happy. You see, the credit card is $150 and you're paying $10. With that $100, when you add to it, it's $110. Now, instead of paying this card for 19 months, you will now pay it for 2 months. And when you pay it off, we encourage you not to spend this $110. We want you to carry it off to home improvement and add it with the $50 that you've been paying every month, it becomes $160. Now with $160, it will take you 10 months to pay off this debt instead of what? 38 months. So we encourage you now to get the $160, take it off to MasterCard. Add it with 120, it becomes $280. And it will help you to pay off this debt in 19 months. So you keep rolling up this money like this till the end. And when you look at this, your previous number of remaining months were how many? 361 months for 12 years, right? Which is 30 years. It will take you 30 years if you continue to pay just the minimum to finish your $299,750. But with this strategy, it would take you 17.5 years. This is very practical. If just with adding $100. So we can do this. So now we move up to emergency fund. What is emergency fund? It's money that you put away to pay off debts, like if your car is broken, if your your washing machine is broken, when you are laid off, or your roof over your home is broken. And we encourage you to save at least 3 to 6 months of the income of your salary. 3 to 6 months. You know, when pandemic came, we learned that it is better to even do up to 12 months of your monthly salary. So that if you get laid off, you have enough time to plan to get a job that will fit you, not just running into a job immediately because you have lost your job. You see? So you need to plan. But if you have something aside, you continue to pay your bills while you prepare yourself and sell yourself well into the job market, right? So as you do that, now you can invest. You have to learn how to save and invest. So when you invest now, your nest of egg will grow. And that is how you become financially independent. Building from insecurity to independence, it takes some time, right? Let's talk about savings and compounding. Let's say you earn $60,000 a year and you are able to set aside 10% a month. 10% maybe of $4,000 that you earn a month will be $500, right? And you save $17 every day, simply. If you do this and you put this money in an account that can give you 8% interest rate over 30 years, what happened? You'll be able to save $745,170, $745,000, 179, and you can become a millionaire slowly. What about 10%? You see a bucket where you can put in and you get 10% return. Over 30 years, you become a millionaire. That is how millionaires are being built in our community. And we can do it. What if you save $1,000, right? Let us talk about taxes. As you save this money, we need to understand taxes on that money and also inflation, right? So you can consider the effect of taxes. Let us look at this. Tax now means is when you put your money in a checking account. So when you earn your money, they cut tax. When you put it in a checking account, if you have interest on it, you pay taxes on it. That is why you see the purple all through telling you that you work, they cut tax. You have savings, they cut tax until at the end, they continue to cut tax. Tax later just means, or tax deferred means you put that money in a coffer like annuity, but tax free. You mean they cut the money from your money before tax. So they put the money there. It grows tax deferred. So your money grow until when you are pulling out that money, that's when you cut the tax. So tax advantage is something like life insurance or home saving account, health savings account, where they cut tax from your money, you put it in this account, in the life insurance. Tax has been cut. That's why you see this purple. Your money grow tax advantage and until you pull your money out. This is clearly written in our book, Saving Your Future, page 17. Are you paying too much? We are not saying that any of these buckets is not good. We are saying that, are they good for you? Are they doing some good for you? Do you do it with some understanding, with a knowledge of what will happen? Do you know your tax bracket when you retire? So that is the thing. See, longevity planning. It's time for us to start thinking about holistic planning. It is more than just retirement, as people are reinventing themselves through the age 65 and well after. You know, we are living longer. So when you are planning for your finances, what you do it holistically, thinking about higher education, thinking about retirement, thinking about healthcare, career changes, as we can see now. Look at AI. If you're not careful, you can pull so many people out of job. Family planning, how many children do you want to have so that you can plan? Vacation, do you want to go for vacation? Do you have plans for it? People don't plan to fail, they just fail to plan. If we can plan, we can do even better. Building a strong financial foundation, right? We move you, when we meet a family or a friend, we sit down with them, we hear from them, we help them move from financial insecurity to financial security, and then to independence. It takes time. Money doesn't grow on tree. It takes time for money to grow, to accumulate, right? Well, be part of the campaign that is revolutionizing the financial industry. Yes, we are in a national financial literacy campaign. Our goal is to educate 30 million people by the year 2030, a goal that we are already 5 years into, and we have educated over 2 million people. You know, financial education is very important. See, it is not an option. It is an absolute necessity. So that is why we in WSB, we take it at heart. We are committed to educate families and friends about personal finances. We have to do the shifting from the traditional finances, corporate finances, and start learning about our own hard-earned money. We have financial centers, over 350 in North America, US and Canada. If you look at the green dots here, these are those financial centers. right? These are those centers. So be part of the financial education platform. You know, we have workshops. If you look to your right, you see these workshops. These are how it is spread out, Monday through Saturdays. And then it is broken down. You have the 2 p.m., you have 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. You know, we go to work in different shifts. We make sure that we give opportunity for everybody to come in and learn. So that is what we're talking about. So we also have a community on Facebook. If you go to Facebook and you search, you see WSB community. Here, we have over 90 members here. They share what they do with families and friends. Their testimony is there for us to learn. Let us listen to one of the testimonial. Eric T.
Sorry, I think you meant 90,000 members.
Yes, 90,000 members, Ref.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure
members.
because they're streaming on and live.
Yes, I mean over 90,000 members on the Facebook, on Facebook.
Okay.
And it's very important. And it's growing. Not every member is over there. So thank you, Rev.
No problem.
So one of the testimonial from Facebook, Eric T said this: what an incredible journey we have embarked together. What we have done in little over a year might have seemed impossible, but it is the collective support of the team and community that made it a reality. Together, we have turned aspirations into achievements. Let's read just two. Mary L., it's important to share our experiences to the community. I feel I'm able to pay it forward through my training and knowledge of financial literacy workshops. So excited and happy for us and WXB. And that is how I got in. I'm giving my testimony here. I pray that everyone who is here can log in and become their own money manager. Financial education. Where do we do this financial education? So today we are on Zoom, right? We are doing that. We are teaching. We are sending this information out. Also in our homes, we can come to your home. You can bring your family together and we can come to your homes and also do the education. While you're learning, your kids are also listening to you and learning. We go to public libraries as well. We go to schools and universities. That is one of our member, Dr. Dolly Amaya, who is a professor at the university, Howard University. He's a part of this game and he's taking it right there to the universities. Places of worship, to churches. We take it to small businesses and corporations. You can see our book there. Government agencies, FBI, friends and families, online as we are today. It's good for us all to come together and learn and help each other. We have a community that gives back. We don't just do the business, we give back to the community. WSB has given back over 5 million to charity. It's not the company, but individuals in the company that has chipped together and build this amount to support charity. Everybody deserves financial education, right? Every human deserves clean water. That is why WSB is now an official brand partner of Charity Water. Well, find something you believe in, right? Like financial education. Be part of our business platform. Together, we can build a better future. With flexible schedule, freedom, lifestyle, we travel the world. You know, when I joined this organization, one of the things that captivated me was the traveling. You know, when I set my financial house, I did not want to be part of this platform. I didn't. But after some time, I continued to learn. I said, why not be with people who like mine, people who think like you, people who can support you because it's a team effort. You don't walk by yourself, but with team. That is why you can see my mentor is here. He started with me here. He has never left me. Every year, he encourages me and help me to continue to build. So our purpose is to educate everyone. Life is too short just to work for a living. So life is all about choices. Change your thinking, change your future. Increase your knowledge and build multiple sources of income. Start building a business in the growing financial education industry. Be your own boss. Manage your hard-earned money, right? Enjoy the benefits of building an organization in many cities and an opportunity to travel the world with us. Our purpose, what is our purpose? We want to educate and help families build a strong financial foundation. We want to change people's life. Many has changed, and we still want more. A strong financial education industry is emerging. There is a growing need for financial education and building a strong financial foundation for the future. We help many people start a new career on a flexible or part-time basis, like me. I do it on part-time. I'm still a nurse. So I was at work today, but I'm here today, shedding a light on financial education. Many become entrepreneurs, building a large organization in multiple cities. Would you rather string your dreams to feed your income or increase your income to build your dreams? Join our cause to fight debt, financial insecurity, and financial illiteracy. Yes, again, we are on National Financial Literacy Campaign. And this is Financial Literacy Awareness Month, and we are here. Don't let this pass you by. Make sure you take advantage of this information, just like I did over 9 years ago. We can educate 30 million people by the year 2030. We want you to bring your families and friends so that we can work together and build ourselves. Tell us your thoughts. You know, I have a link on the chat there. Please fill that chat and let us know where you are, how we can help you. We are ready to hold your hands and let's walk this talk together. When you're here, you're not by yourself. You do business not by yourself, but you're not by yourself. You are with a team that supports you. You're with a team that guides you, you know. So thank you again for having me. I want to turn it back to the panel,
Okay.
Nia Song and Prophetess Liz and
Lisa,
Reverend.
well, great job. I'm so proud of you.
Yes.
I am really, really proud of you. And the icing on the cake today is that we got to see Brother Celeste after how many years? After being missing for how many years? You know, so Ambassador Lisa, you go first. Great job.
Yes.
Proud of you.
Wonderful presentation. We thank you for putting that information together and making it very clear. We not only heard you, but we were able to see it as well. So we're going to open up the floor for any questions. Does anyone have any questions? We've got about 10 minutes before we're at the top of the hour.
Okay, let me ask a question before me and some of the others. I just want to get some kind of clarity. Is WSB part of WFG or they're two separate companies?
Okay, yes. WFG is WSB is a branch in WFG. We are a branch that has developed, just like anybody can get in there, log in and build a large financial. Yes. Thank you.
All right, good. All right.
So what will you tell that person on the streets of, say, Victoria or Bamenda who wants to know more about planning their finances. Many of us go about, we don't know what to do.
Thank you so much. I'm here, but not by myself. I have my mentor too, Mr. Celestine Abongwa. Maybe, Mr. Celestine, you can take that one.
Oh, sure. I'm refreshing again to be back and refreshing to see all familiar faces here.
If
Yes,
I knew
Honorable Palm and the prophetess.
I would have showed my face. I would have pressed my way to show my face because I don't think you recognize me anymore, Brother Celeste. I am picking on you because you abandoned us. This show is unscripted, and I can pick on you because you're about to go ahead.
As you can see from the wrinkles on my face, it was life happened or happens still happening.
We don't wrinkle.
But
Black don't crack. We don't wrinkle. So.
Oh man, it's
Okay.
been
Okay,
it's
Brother
been a little
Celeste,
bit,
answer the
but
question,
that's fine.
please. Yeah.
Yes,
Go ahead, Nancy.
let me
Mm.
get the question right. Yes, I'm somebody from the streets of Victoria, or I guess it could also be Lagos or Cotonou or whichever place across
I
Africa here,
pick
right?
from the country I know best.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. And I
Yeah.
was going there, right? One of the things about global financial concepts or financial principles, right, is understanding how to build wealth, understanding the concepts of money globally. And it really stems down to four major features, four major criteria, four major ingredients. If you're thinking of a recipe to bake cake, what you have to put in there or to cook whichever thing, right? And that is applicable across multiple geographies. The first is that we need time. Okay, time, be it, I mean, sticking with Limbe, if we don't have a lot of money, we need to bring in time to put money in some places to grow for us. So we have to be patient. We have to be intentional to actually get away from being this mentality of instant gratification. Now, if you have a lot of money, you don't need a lot of time. Let me quantify that. If someone is in the streets of Limbe and has 10 million CFA, there are certain things that we can do with that in a relatively short period of time that can bring some dividends to that person. Right? And when I say relatively short period of time, I'm talking about 5 years or less. If you don't have that, if you're in the US, and you don't have $250,000 to $300,000 in your bank account someplace, most families in the middle class are struggling. But we need to use time to be able to grow that. That's the first point. The next one is we all talk about interest rate, right? Plus or negative. So I'm not going to spend much time onto that. But we need to understand the third is inflation, which is always a negative to our money. What is what a time to be talking about inflation, right? Not sure if we are aware of this, but 2026 right now, it is the time that we've had the biggest drop in 5 years of the value of our money. Let me be specific. So let's say I had $100,000 in 2021. Right now, it's worth $80. So I've lost 20. So what does that really mean? Gas prices, everything, the prices are going up, right? And also in Limbe, by the way, as a matter of fact, the rate of the petrol jump in Cameroon is out of this world right now. And then lastly is taxes. The reason I'm going through this stuff is we need to think holistically. There's no country on the planet where we don't pay taxes, including Cameroon and Limbe, depending on what I'm doing, right? And taxes is always a negative. Inflation and taxes is always a negative. So we need to increase our positive time and interest rate and reduce or eliminate the negatives, inflation or taxes. Inflation is geopolitics. You and I cannot really independently do much about, so we need to focus on taxes, right? So I know it's a long answer, but I wanted to make sure that it's holistic, that we touch on all these different aspects of really growing wealth over time, regardless of the country that we live in.
Ambassador Lisa.
Where is Ambassador Lisa? Oh, yes. There she is. Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a little lightheaded.
Oh no.
Yes, so as I was saying, now we have 5 minutes before the top of the hour, and I want to thank our brother Celeste for his comments as well. So I'm going to start with the first question. I hope this can be a very simple, short question that we can answer in 5 minutes. In your presentation, um, you talked about the preparation and the foundation. Would the foundation of building financial literacy, understanding financial literacy, be with creating a budget for your household?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, for the financial foundation, you have to create a budget. As you the planning, it starts from the planning.
Mhm.
From holistically, when you are planning, you have to know that you budget um foundation, which will be your protection. Are you protected against a disability,
Mm.
sickness, if you have heart attack, you know? If you lost your job, which means you lost your income, are you protected? You also planning to pay debts that you owe because those debts can crumble you too. So as you pay your debts, you're also planning to do what? For emergency fund. Should in case you lost your job. You factor that in too. And you start saving all these buckets, you have to be doing them concurrently. And
Okay.
yes, or concurrently, while you're doing this, you're paying your debt, you're doing that. It doesn't mean that you have to do it at one time. You should be the plan should be consistent. If you're saving $100 in that bucket for emergency fund, continue to do it. If you're paying your debt $100 every month, create other ways to add more money to pay off your debt. As time goes on. Then now savings, you still save and you still invest. So you have to tackle all these together in order to build that strong financial house and do the holistic in there. Thank you. I hope I
Thank
answered.
you. Yes. So holistic is the key. Not
Yes,
focusing on one area, but focusing on all the
all
areas.
areas. Yes.
So if you've got $30 and you're saying, hey, I'm going to put this $30 in my savings account, where's the emergency fund? So you may have to split that $30 up either 10 in 3 different ways or $5 in 6 different ways. However, there needs to be some finances going into all the
The
different
bucket.
categories. You're right, into all of the buckets. That's good. I like that. I didn't have this kind of education when I was growing up. We didn't have this when we were, coming out of high school and starting families. They might have said, yeah, you need a budget. You and your husband need to bring the monies together so you can pay bills. But that just has never worked for me. But now we've got young people who are coming up and their job stability and security is not as secure as it was. I retired from my job after 34 years. They're not
Hmm.
staying on jobs 34 years like that. So we need to make sure that we are putting this information into their hands very early, very quickly. And like you said, you may be talking about $100 putting aside, but we're saying if you can put $5 aside, just put
Something. Yes.
something aside. Don't just say, oh, I'll do it next week or I'll do it next pay, but let's make sure that we're putting something aside. Okay, so we are 1 minute before our top of the hour. Is there a 1 minute comment or question that someone has before we go to our anthem?
Well, Ambassador Lisa, my 1 minute comment before we go to your favorite part of this show is how proud I am. You did not have this knowledge because you did not have Africa Online. I am
Yeah.
so proud of Miss Sema and Brother Celeste because he took her under his arm and has mentored her and continued to mentor her. Now she is teaching, and I don't know what happened to me because we both met Brother Celeste on Africa Online. But as Celeste even came to DC for the inaugural event of the Africa's Brain Bank, I should have hung on to his coattail. Then I'll be a financial wizard right now. But never mind, it's not late. So I really want to encourage everybody. These are not guests. These are found pioneer members of Africa Online, and we need to support them. We need to share this link. The YouTube streaming is on the chat link. Share it so that people can contact. And then, Michael, please put if you have a website or any other social media handles you want to put, Brother same so that those who are watching on YouTube, they can contact you guys. And those who are going to watch on Facebook can contact you guys. Over to you, Ambassador Lisa.
Yes, that's important.
We have a link. We have a link on the chat group to fill it. Please fill that.
No, I know. Besides that, you guys have like a website. That is a survey. Do you guys have like a website? Or, yeah, put all that on the chat box, please, Ambassador Lisa.
Yes, because even though people are going to watch this broadcast later on, even if they're watching on YouTube or Facebook, they're going to see and hear what is being said and done, but they will not see the chat box. They will miss out on the important link. So we're going to make sure that Sema make sure that she or either myself or Nia-san, we will mention what the website is so that you can make sure that you go to it and visit it. But it is.
Yeah, when we come back from the top of the hour, let them also say the website or the social media handles verbally. All right.
Okay.
So we're at the top of the hour and we're going to share our anthem. About 5 minutes. We encourage you to grab a drink of water, take a break, stretch, and be back ready with more questions for the second half of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, Africa. Oh, no. Africans, Africans for Africa. 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 Africans have many bright ideas. If only you let us share. If you really want to know my history, please come, sit down, listen to my story. God gave us a wisdom. He guides our footsteps, makes us shine and transform. Hey, as one people, with so many cultures, yet indeed we are one. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. Let us all unite behind AfricaOnline Media Corporation. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. It's time to come together, promote awareness, progress, and solution. Hey. Africans, Africans for Africa. Africans, Africans for Africa. Africans, Africans for Africa. All Africans can rally for a common cause, to believe without judgment in what our brother does. To identify and resolve our challenges, to allow each other's ideas without regard to standards. As one people with so many cultures, yes indeed we are one. Stand up, Africans, for Africa. Let us solve all the problems plaguing our continent. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. Let us empower Africans in and out of Africa. Stand up, Africans, for Africa. AfricaOnline Media Corporation, that's a good way to start. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. They have all the resources we need to benefit our society. Oh. will be education for everyone if we believe. Prosperity for Africans if we believe. Medical facilitation for Africans if we believe. Stand up, Africa, yes, for Africa. Africa Online Media Corporation, that's a good way to start. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. Africa is the cradle of civilization, the motherland. Stand up, Africans, for Africa. We were enslaved not because we were weak, but because of our hospitality. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. Jump on the Africa Online Miracle Jet. Don't be left behind. Stand up, Africans, for Africa. Together we shall succeed. Together we will win. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. We are writing our own story, the truth, and we shall tell it to the world. Stand up, Africans, for Africa. No more lies. Africans own Africa.
No more lies. Africans own Africa. That is our very own theme song written by our very own CEO, and we are so proud that we get to call that song our own. Now, one thing I noticed while I was playing, and I've not noticed that before, but that site said that we had 536 subscribers, but only
Very low.
likes. So I'm going to need everybody to go over to YouTube, Africans for Africa, and like our song. Amen. And subscribe. Also, we're going to talk about what next week's plan is as
Yes.
well. But before we do that, I want to mention our fundraiser, our ongoing fundraiser, which is Operation Borehole 55. It is our desire to place a borehole in every country on the continent of Africa. Now, we were successful in sinking our first borehole in Sierra Leone, but that's only one country out of 55. We've got a lot more to do, but we cannot do it without you. We need you to go to the website, and I don't have the website. Reverend Pam, will you put that website in the chat?
I am, yes, I am. Let me share this real
And make
quick.
a donation. You know, while we're talking about financial literacy and planning and saving, there was a portion there where you can invest. But we're not talking about investing. I'm talking about sowing a seed. Sowing a seed on good ground. And AfricaOnline and Africa Brain Bank are good ground. So we just need you to go and drop a couple dollars over there, and let's get this ball rolling as we're preparing to sink our second borehole in Kenya and Cameroon. We've asked countries to who need a borehole to submit a video. Very short video, give us some insight, show us some things, and make sure that you're new
Okay.
Africa Online, so we know that it is authentic and it was done just for us. These videos are not stock videos. We didn't go find them. These are videos that were submitted to us because these countries need boreholes. Now, these boreholes are not just going anywhere. These boreholes are going into countries, into places where there is a government approved medical facility that has no running water. Can you imagine having your wife or your daughter deliver a baby in the middle of the night and the clinic has no running water? They were not able to sanitize the instrument, sanitize the table, and you got 10 other women who are giving birth on that same table using those same instruments. We want to help our sisters and our daughters. We want to help our brothers, whoever is going to the clinic. The Warhol not only benefits the clinic, but our engineers make sure that there is a tap that runs outside so that borehole also satisfies and meets the needs of the community. The borehole in Sierra Leone is supplying clean, fresh running water to 3,000 households in addition to the clinic. We need to do that all over the continent, and we can do it quickly if we have your help. So please, brothers, please, sisters, go over to our website and donate 5, 10, 15, 20, $100. That $100 that Sema is talking about putting away, one of those months, say, you know what? I'm not just going to sow this. I'm going to invest it. I'm going to sow it into Africa Online for Operation Borehole 55. Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing Borehole in Kenya and in Cameroon very soon. Reverend Pam,
Okay.
topic for next week.
Yeah, let me show this video. This video was sent to us by one of our volunteers in Cameroon. I had never heard of this village. It's called Bamukumbi. Look at the water. Please, can you guys see this? I mean, look at this field here. That's the water that they are fetching to go to a clinic. A clinic that sees 400 patients from 6 villages. Some area around Balikumba, I don't remember all the name of the village, but there are other videos that tells you the name of the village. And we have videos here with the nurse talking about it. Look at the color of this water. And look at the look at this. Can you guys see this? Look at this. Can you imagine?
You know, not only is that water contaminated and filthy, this young lady is standing in it in boots, which means she had to walk from wherever she came from in the dirt, in the dung, to step into this. And they all are walking from somewhere, standing in this place to get water that they're taking back home to use for bathing and to use for washing dishes and washing clothes.
Oh, this is going to the clinic.
And this is going to the clinic. But this, I'm saying this is the same river.
Okay, so even other Mr. Ache, some volunteers in Cameroon. He was going to across this clinic, and he knows about Operation Borehole 55. So he decided to film them, and we have the nurses here. So I'm going to show you guys. Let me know. This is a nurse. We have several videos. I'm not going to show all of them today, but this is a nurse. You guys, let me know what you see my screen. Do you see the nurse?
Good morning.
Yes, we see the nurse.
Welcome
to see the nurse.
Health Center. My name is Ndongo Cynthia, the chief nurse and a health worker to the Bamukumbi Primary Health Center. I hereby happily grant full permission the African Media Online Corporation and the African Brain Bank to use my images and videos and all other images about the center wherever and whenever necessary for fundraising for the borehole project.
Okay, you heard it. She's giving us permission because those videos came from there, and they know we're going to use the videos to raise funds for them. But I just want to show you. Oh, by the way, Ambassador Lisa, the tap in the solar power borehole in Sierra Leone feeding 6,000 households and 30,000 people, in addition to the clinic. So this is the tap, the extended tap that we put outside. So you can see the water.
My name is Engineer Mohammed Al-Fajala, and I'm a volunteer for Africa's Bank, a sister organization to the African Online Media Corporation. The tap you see here in the water you see running here is a project that is implemented by the Africa's Brain Bank through funds that was raised by the African Online Media Corporation a borehole at Kabakele. So African Online Media Corporation has a dream of sinking 55 boreholes in 55 African countries. And they sunk last year the first borehole in Kabakele in Karine district in Sierra Leone. We want to thank the African Online Media Corporation and the Africa's Brain Bank and all their wonderful donors, and they encourage the donors to donate more to make this.
Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing the playlist of some of these videos is in the chat box. You can watch it at your own. You'll see the before and the after. Just this particular tap you saw is in that clinic that was seeing 10 deliveries a night with no water, period, and no electricity. It's a good thing, Doctor. Where's Dr. Ogoji? Dr. Ogoji, I hope you are still on. Dr. Ogoji is an OBGYN doctor. He's practiced on the continent. He told us how he poked his fingers, stitching a woman after delivery because there was no light. So our engineer in Sierra Leone volunteered to electrify the maternity When he found out that we were not even from Sierra Leone, he waived his fees. So something that was supposed to cost us 22,000, we only raised 11,000. He used that to sink the solar power borehole. You see the tap, even an old person can open the tap. It's not a mechanical pump that they have to pump. They just open the tap and the water is coming. Mohamed Jallo, Alpha Jallo is our country rep. He's a wash engineer, water and sanitation engineer. They did a whole ribbon cutting. It's on that playlist. The playlist is on the chat box. Watch it. And they were trained. We trained the local community leaders on how to preserve the water, how to keep the solar panels clean so that it can be sustainable. The fact that we told them they may not be paying for the water, but the water costs money. People paid for it, you know. So I want everybody to ensure, and I'll put the link to our website. Africa's Brain Bank has boots on the ground. So Africa's Brain Bank is our sister organization that is implementing the project. So you can make your donation there. I'm going to put the link in the chat box. And we have our 7th annual summit and charity board coming up Labor Day weekend, September the 3rd through the 8th in Accra, Ghana, and Ada. We're going to be doing groundbreaking on a huge medical center. We're going to be addressing Africa's health capital. That's what we're going to be addressing in Accra. We are inviting everybody. I'm going to put the link in the chat box. And next week, we're going to have one of our members here also come talk about financial literacy. So tune in next week in April. For 10 years, we have done financial literacy in the month of April. So I want to encourage everybody. So I'm going to put the website link to make the donation. And those who want to send a Zelle, I'll put a Zelle there. Those who want to send PayPal, I'll put it. I think PayPal is on our website. You know, so we want to encourage everybody. Water is life, and water is. We are not even talking about putting a borehole in somebody's compound. We're talking about a clinic. When you watch those videos, you see clinics with USAID, UKAID stamp on the wall. So how come they don't have water? That tells you that we Africans have to solve our own problems. So this is anybody who is a mother, even if you are a father, your wife gave birth, or you're a brother, your sister are giving birth or will give birth. Imagine having a baby and cross-contamination, infection. Do you know how many women have died? How many babies have died? Yes. And then think about the number of lives we have saved. You know, so I think we should give the mic to Dr. Ogoji. Dr. Ogoji, we talk about financial literacy. And if you want to weigh in on Operation Borehole 55, you're welcome to. You're a panelist in Ghana. You'll be in Ghana. You've been with us from day one. You know, so can you unmute yourself? We are talking about financial literacy. Dr. Ogoji, are you at the hospital or can you unmute? Well, maybe, all right. So, and yeah, so, okay, wait, okay, Dr. Ogoji is unmuted.
Yeah.
There he goes with his black cap. Dr. Ogoji, the mic is yours. And feel free to ask a question to our speakers for today.
Do you want me to comment on something?
Yeah, we are talking about financial literacy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're hearing you, Dr. Ogoji. We're talking about financial literacy.
Hello?
Yeah, we're hearing you, Dr. Ogoji.
Hello?
We can hear
you. Hello?
You're very clear. You're very clear. We're hearing you clearly.
Maybe you cannot hear us. Dr. Ogoji, we can hear you, but maybe you cannot hear us.
Let me call him. And his audio is connected. All right, Niason, go ahead. Let me call him and tell him that we can hear him.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we've been hearing you. We've been hearing you.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the one not hearing us. So what do you have to say about financial literacy?
Can you hear us? We can hear you.
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah. Financial literacy, that's a big one. It's a very big term. And all I will say is it's a way to plan for your future so that by the time you get old, you can take care of you and you and you. You don't rely on your children in Africa, we rely on our children to take care of us. We claim that, but most of our children are growing up in this part of the world. That's not the culture they have. So, so whatever you're planning, you should plan to be able to take care of yourself and, if possible, leave generational wealth for your children. Because if you rely on a second person to take care of your need when you get old, you might be in for a surprise. In that way, so whatever you're doing, there's a reason why a typical Caucasian will make sure that it's save enough money for his retirement savings, build his retirement home, build his holidays home before paying for the children tuition. We African parents, we want to pay for our children tuition first before building a retirement home. And that's a mistake. I mean, we take care of our children based on our ability, but please remember that when you get old, you are you and you are you. The children, they grow out, they leave their house, they have to live their life, and you become either an asset or a liability, depending on how you present yourself. A good example is I met when I was in Rochester, New York, I met this Nigerian guy of mine who trained his son through medical school in America, paid all the first degree tuition, and paid the medical college. He graduated, went for residency, studied orthopedic surgeon, graduate, came back on a Father's Day weekend with his girlfriend and fiance about to marry, took his dad for a dinner. They had a nice dinner. After dinner, they were heading back home. They stopped by Walgreens to buy some food stuff. The guy picked up a shaving stick and a few things for himself. The son separated his own goods from his dad's own.
Oh my God.
The dad was shocked. He paid and then went home. He said, "My son, look at my village house in Nigeria that I was building, that I suspended when I went to medical school. Now I'm almost 60 and you've now an orthopedic surgeon. I will need to assist me to complete me so that I can retire then when I get old." Say that, that's your problem, that's your life, you do what you want to do.
Oh my God.
They were saying that crying and weeping because that guy will have had a 200,000 loan. His son will have completed, and then that's it. So you take care of yourself and love your children. I mean, I like this saying this. People don't like it. I say, me number one, me number two, me number three, me number four.
Yeah.
The children and the wife can come number 5 and 6. People don't like it, but what I mean by that is that I have to be comfortable to take care of people. I have to take care of me to take care of people. So I've learned a lot from I've known Celestine Abonga for a long time. He talked to me a lot about financial literacy, talk about how you are, different type of retirement savings for children. I also met, when I came to Spokane newly, I met a colleague of mine. He's a pharmacist from Nigeria, but he has lived here for a long time, since the 70s, and he knows the American system. He talked to me at length. And the one mistake I did one time when I started working for my company, they were matching my 401k by 4%. I was putting only 4% of my salary to that retirement savings. The guy called me and said, "Kinsey, you know what? Maximize that money. Max it out. You as a doctor, you're a high income earner. The more you max out, the better for you. You will not notice a difference in your paycheck." I did follow that advice. I've been working for the same company for 16 years now. Anytime I look at my 401k, I smile. You know, I mean, I don't, if I stop working today, I will have enough money till I die. You know,
Awesome.
so basically, you maximize your 401k. For people who believe in IUI is a great one because you can save money through IUI and you can catch it when you need it, or you can borrow from yourself. That's another way to save money. There are things like ROTs that you can also create ROTs. Even now, recently, the government changed a rule. That was this year, that if you make over $150,000 per year, because remember, if you work for somebody, after 50, you can do whatever catch up contribution for 401k after 50. So before, those catch up was pre-tax, but this year the government, Uncle Sam, made a new rule that I think Celeste can share more light on that. If you make more than 150,000 a year, that catch up must be ROT, no longer pre-tax dollar. So that was starting this year. I'm saying it right. So I didn't want to do it, but I told myself, no, if I do that and I put $10,000 from there a year, between now and the next I'm 53, and next 6 years I'll have $60,000, and that will grow maybe to 80 or 90. That's money you can cash out tax-free because it's ROT. And so there are things you can do to really make yourself financially strong. But most importantly is no matter what you do, this country is built on they respect investment and businesses. So have a business avenue. If you have a business avenue, you can save more money on tax. If you're a high income earner, Uncle Sam will end up collecting $100,000 from you every year. But if you have a business, that money can be half to 50,000. So basically, do the right thing, do the legal things, save money, take care of your family, take care of your children, but you must be healthy, take care of other people. That's my take.
Thank you very much, Dr. Goje. Brother Celestine, I did not say welcome to you when you came in, but now I can say it and say that Dr. Goje made reference to you. Can you throw us more light on financial planning?
Yeah, it's an honor to get a welcome from you, Nia. So I'm glad to see Dr. Gochi again. Yes, financial planning. We've been talking about this through, right? One thing that Dr. Goji mentioned, and it's really about us that were born mostly predominantly in Africa with that culture, and I just want to repeat that a little bit. And we're having kids here, or the kids are growing here. Okay, there is already starting to be a shock therapy in our community, and is only going to increase in the next 10 years. What do I mean by that? So I think anybody on this panel can say that, my dad comes here to visit and goes back and stuff like that. From he's now in the village in Bafut in Bamenda there. From the time that he leaves the house, if he's going to get a visitor, whichever thing, and everything till he comes here and goes back and stays here, and even his car and stuff, right? So that's me, and I think it's multiple people on this panel. Now, the two kids that I have here, I already know that they're not going to do that, because it is a different culture. And we are already seeing it's a big problem. It's a significant problem. We are already seeing that, and it's only going to increase in the next year. So just talking to what Dr. Ogoji mentioned, we need to really be careful. For many people that I talk to, it might be already getting late, but start from today, okay? You need to reevaluate that, because they're not going to take care of us the way we're taking care of our parents. So that's that piece. Just highlighting that. Now, with regards to the big beautiful bill, okay, we'll talk about taxes a little bit. Some of the perks in that bill, if you have younger kids, one is a Trump account, which you can put money in there and onto the kids 10, 18 and stuff like that, and the IRS is going to be matching that, right? And they can take that. So that's something to think about. If you own a business and you have a car that was bought in after the 1st of January 2025, there is a lot of tax breaks that you can use. And even if you have a luxury car, okay, that is something that, and first you have to own a business, and you bought that car after the 1st of January of 2025. And then Dr. Ogoji talked about the Roth IRA possibility that they are increasing because 401 can always have limits, right? That you can increase that, and putting money in a Roth, because it's going to grow tax deferred. So I know I'm just talking about taxes now because in 3 days or so it's April 15, right? Maybe most of us have already done that. But there are things that we can leverage and put more money in our pocket, but also tax planning, because filing for taxes is a firefighting. Tax planning is looking proactively. Now it's already law, this big beautiful bill. There's a lot of things there about taxes. I want to really encourage our community to, yes, as we go and work on the W-2, try to own a business. That doesn't mean that you leave your job, but if you own something that is a business that you're doing legally, and even if you're not actually making a profit, but you can demonstrate that you're making expenses, it's actually going to help you on the other side of your W2. So it's a lot that we can talk about finances, but I just wanted to talk on the 4 newer things that are coming on the tax side, because April 15 is around the corner, and then we can continue having this discussion. Okay, so thank you all very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ambassador?
Nia Song, we need to do a last round. It's actually 4:31.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for your instruction for that. Okay, I will start from the, well, I see people on they are not, I don't know if they were live. Yes,
I know we run a little behind, but can we just take extra minute and find out if anyone online would like to have a comment?
Oh, of course, it's our airtime, please.
Yes, let's see if they have a comment before we cut them off. So
anyone with a question,
who is logged in,
anyone
please unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Because when you come in, you are automatically muted to avoid noise. Please, anybody who wants to make a comment or have a question, please go ahead.
iPhone, I don't know your name, so please, red shirt, braided hair.
I'm just saying good. I'm just introducing myself, saying good session, good information.
Awesome.
My name is Randy.
Okay, Randy, thank you very much. Any other person, please? If you want to ask a question.
There is Asuka from the scene. If you want to unmute, there's Afola Shade, there's Motorola, and there's a bunch of iPhones.
Yeah, I was waiting for them to unmute so I can call on them. Okay, Zoom user, please. I see you're unmuted. I don't know your name. Yeah, Zoom user, he unmuted. He's back to mute, so please. Okay, now okay, Asuka Fonderson, please.
Yes, I'm following up, and it's quite a good information that I'm getting. It's very interesting. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Zoom user, please ask your question.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, hi everybody. It's Ahone. This is very interesting, and I'm going to follow up. I was just logging in to listen to Comfort. Good job, Comfort. And I'm into the financial business too, and I'm a pharmacist. I'm a pharmacist, so this is really good. I'm into all what you people are doing. So this is a great thing that you guys are doing, and I will just follow up and make sure I'm part of it. So I'm really interested.
Okay, Ambassador.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ahone.
Yes, if we have heard from everyone, we can go ahead on to. Oh, before we do that, I just want to mention that the website, the website for making a donation towards Operation Borehole 55 and or starting to pay for your tickets for Ghana for the 7th annual summit and charity ball is going to be at africasbrainbank.org. That's africasbrainbank.org. You'll see a commercial talking about coming to Ghana, preparing for the 7th annual gala, the red carpet, get your money ready. You do not want to be missing the trip to Ghana. Also,
don't forget to mention that you will be in Ghana.
Yes,
even though you are heading to Nigeria like tomorrow or in a couple of days.
I'm heading to Nigeria next Tuesday, but I do plan to be in Ghana in September. So I'll be looking forward to seeing all of you. I would love to meet you all in person. So I get so excited when I go to the gala and I see and meet people that I've talked to on Zoom, and you're used to looking at them through that little square, and now you get to see them in full view. I get to hug Dr. Ogoji every time I see him because I just see his head, and now I get to see the whole person. So we're looking forward to seeing all of you come to Ghana. It's not just going to be the gala. There is a week of exciting opportunities and events that are going to take place, and we don't want to do it without you. So I'm going to ask Sema if she would give us her website.
Sema?
Yeah, she did. It was.
I did.
Yeah, it was on the chat.
Yes, but people on YouTube will not see the chat box, so we need.
Oh, okay.
Say it, say, verbalize
So
it.
we
That's
text
what
it, yeah, she can text that directly to you and stuff. Then
I
you can
see
get
it.
that.
I see it now.
No, but Celeste, you need to say it aloud. Yeah.
I see it now. It is World with an S. No, I'm sorry. WorldSystemBuilder.com. That's WorldSystemBuilder.com. If you need more information about how to start wealth building for yourself, how to start planning your budget, putting money aside in all those buckets, please go to www.worldSystemBuilder.com and link up with the Sisters Comfort to begin financial planning for yourself. We want you to subscribe, go to YouTube, Facebook, subscribe, and like our channels, Africa Online TV. And that is the end of my little commercial. So at this time, Nia Sung, you can start the round of the table.
Yes, you just link up there with your last word.
Oh, yeah. Well, that will be my last word. But let me just say, it is never too late. I am retired and I am enjoying retirement. I did not have this kind of teaching and training when I was coming up, but I'm still enjoying retirement. And it's not too late. No matter how old you are, it is never too late to start putting something aside for that rainy day. Fill those buckets.
Thank you very much. Dr. Ogoji, I know you have a last word. You always do.
Just take care of yourself. Number one, you number two, you number three, then other people can follow.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Brother Celeste and Brother Celeste, I know you are a part of the main group, but go ahead and give us your last word.
A pleasure again being back, and I wish to do a little bit more of this. April is Financial Literacy Month, and if you need to learn other things again or two, you can check the charts, fill the survey, and we'll certainly reach out to you. Thank you all very much.
Thank you very much. I'm not calling on the other people because nobody unmuted, so I'm not calling on those who did not unmute. So I will go straight now to our main guest member of the family. Comfort, please. I know we're all in Maryland. Your last word.
I want to take this moment to thank African Online for what they do. Me being a product of African Online, I am so happy. As everybody is saying, it is time for us to take this opportunity. Financial education is not an option. It is an absolute necessity for every one of us to get in and learn. And please spread the word to everyone because we all need this financial education. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the day. That being said, the Chair of Africa Online Media Corporation, Her Excellency or Her Highness, you have your last word to say before I say my last word?
Yeah, like I said earlier, I am so proud of Miss Sema, not Semi. She's not a Semi, she's Sema, you know, and Brother Celeste, you know, because they are members of the family. Please post this, Mark, post it on Africa Online WhatsApp group. Okay. Post the information there for members to contact you, or Brother Celeste, please, you know, post it there. I want to encourage everyone to share. Ambassador Lita, share with all your people at the UN. I'm going to, I'll send you the link on WhatsApp. I know you're not on the Africa Online WhatsApp group. You used to be there. I don't know what happened until we changed phones. Share with all your Bangwa people, all your Sobans. Share with everybody. Dr. Ogoji, share with everybody. Everybody share. But on behalf of Africa Online Media Corporation, I want to thank all of you. We are here every Sunday, 4 to 5:30 p.m. The last Sunday of the month, we always discuss a health topic. We've been doing this for 10 years. March made us 10 years. And in 10 years, we only missed one show because all three of us were not available. And the impact is unquantifiable. So we're gonna keep doing this, you know, and on April will also continue with the financial literacy, financial education, you know, financial awareness. Thank you guys so much. This presentation was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
all
you.
so much. Thank you all so much. Co-anchor, well, our main guests, that is Celeste and Comfort, please. It's my pleasure always to be with you people. So please, thank you all, and please have a great rest of April. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.